King of the Road Productions proudly presents a Kojo, Bryce, and Thorne episode of the Jim King of the TV show. Southeast Texas style. During this half-hour showcase, we'll check out country superstar Cody Johnson, live in Southeast Texas, before the fame. One of the thrills of my radio career was actually getting to meet Chris Ledoux.
You're kidding.
This was probably 10 years ago, just before he passed.
See, now I'm a little jealous.
Oh. Well, there's nothing to be jealous of. I was in a kind of a cattle call, you know, like they do at the backstage areas. Enjoy the Honky Tonk Texas fabulous flashback. Guess the Southeast Texas debut of Lee Bryce's brand new video is our King's Country Music Clip of the Week from Nashville. And Paul Thorne steps into the King chair for another appearance in the Royal Spotlight. Don't miss it.
King of the Road.
Howdy, friends. Welcome to the Jim King of the TV show, your number one source for Southeast Texas entertainment. I'm Jim King of the Road, and you're tuned into the best little TV show in Texas. Thanks to you, our online audience is exploding with millions of views and tens of thousands of new followers across YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. We appreciate your incredible support for our videos, radio, and TV shows. You're the engine that keeps us rolling. Live at Honky Tonk Texas in Silsbee, Randall King returns Friday, December 5th. Creed Fisher fires up the stage Saturday, December 6th. Grab your tickets now at the Honky Tonk Texas box office or online at honkytonktexas.us. These shows will sell out. And don't forget King's Country Internet Radio streaming 24/7 from Beaumont, Texas, where real country music lives. From legends to today's rising stars, it's all killer, no filler. Now through Christmas Day, enjoy at least 2 country holiday favorites every hour, plus King's classic clips featuring highlights from our viral shorts and reels. In less than 100 years, radio has come a long, long way. We've gone from this to this. Alexa, play King's Country on TuneIn.
King's Country from TuneIn.
And this. Now you can stream us everywhere. Listen anywhere on your computer, smartphone, smart speaker, or Bluetooth connected ride via TuneIn, iTunes, Live 365, or at kingscountry.net. Be sure to catch the Jim King of the Radio show middays, packed with music, memories, and plenty of fun. Now buckle up as we cruise to Jasper, Texas for an exclusive with country superstar Cody Johnson before the fame. As always, we're rolling Cadillac style, as seen and heard on Southeast Texas TV, internet radio, and social media. We're everywhere, and we're just getting started.
Extra large and turbocharged. It's the King of the Road show.
Oh, hi, to the party.
One man has the power to take you behind the scenes. Jim King of the Road. Jim King of the Road.
This is a song for all the exes tonight. It's called I Don't Care About You. No. Here's the truth. Well, I refuse to argue with you, baby. I can't tell you what to do, but I'm not some Johnny come lately. So there's the door you can walk right through, 'cause tonight I don't care about losing you. Oh, tonight I don't care about trying to make things right. I'm just not in the mood, and I'm damn sure not gonna fight tonight. And if this is some kind of premonition, how it's gonna be with you. I'm out, I'm done, baby, I'm through. 'Cause tonight I don't care about you.
Cody Johnson, it's great to meet you.
Thank you, sir.
Texas
You
Country
too.
Troubadour Cody Johnson. Grew up not too far from this area in the piney woods of East Texas, Groveton.
Groveton. Yeah, I went to high school in Groveton. There's a little bitty tiny town called Sebastopol, and it's like a feed store and a couple churches and a couple of bar rooms, and that's it. You blink, you miss it.
You were homeschooled for a long time, weren't you?
I did. My dad worked for the state my entire life, and it was one of those. My mom wanted to be home with us, and looking back, I appreciate it. But then I went to high school in Groveton, started high school rodeoing, and that kind of led to this whole shebang we're doing tonight.
I think your dad, Carl, actually taught you your first chords, didn't he?
Yes, sir. He did. He was. My family's always been musical. Mm-hmm. Every Thanksgiving and Christmas, it was always gather around the piano or gather around the guitar, and music's just always been instilled from me from a very young age on both sides of my family, and so it kind of stuck.
And high school kind of worked out for you too, because you got into the FFA, and I think that's where you had your first band. You got encouraged by your teachers?
My ag teacher, Larry Fortenberry, and this is no lie, he said, "You're going to play, and you're going to play well, and you're going to succeed." And I said, "I don't know if I want to." He said, "No, son, you don't understand. You're going to play." And I said, "Yes, sir." And that's how we started our first band. But he also encouraged me to rodeo. And, I wrote my first time at his house and encouraged me to rodeo. And little did he know, later on we'd be selling CDs off the tailgate at rodeos. So
it's Cody Johnson. You kind of had a beginning sort of like Chris Ledoux, because he did the same thing, selling CDs out of the back of his car and hitting the rodeos. Huh?
I didn't realize that at the time. I'd always grown up, Chris was a big influence on me, but I didn't realize that he had come from such a humble upbringing as far as financially and had to do that. We did a trip up to Canada this year, and I actually got to sit down with Chris's old hauling partner. He's like an 8-time saddle bronc Canadian champion, and he was telling me these stories about how Chris couldn't buy McDonald's, and he was selling his CDs to try to make up for his entry fee money that he lost. And you're talking about a world champion. So I said, well, at least we know we're doing one thing right. We can follow in those footsteps. Those are good ones.
One of the thrills of my radio career was actually getting to meet Chris Ledoux.
You're kidding.
This was probably 10 years ago, just before he passed.
See, now I'm a little jealous.
Oh. Well, there's nothing to be jealous of. I was in a kind of a cattle call, like they do at the backstage areas. But another cool thing is you were actually a prison guard, weren't you? For the Huntsville prison?
Yeah. People say that all the time. There's like 7 within the city limits there, and like I said, I grew up around a prison farm, and the only thing that bothered me about working there and quitting was going to shows afterwards. First time we went to Amarillo, I heard, "Look out, boss." Turned around, and it was 2 guys that had worked for me in the field. And
I'm assuming everybody in here knows where Huntsville, Texas is, huh? I was born and raised in Sebastopol, Texas, and I moved to Huntsville because that's where the family business was. In my family, you either was locked up in prison or you worked for the prison, one of the two.
Still to come, the Southeast Texas debut of Lee Brice's brand new video as our King's Country Internet Radio Music Clip of the Week from Nashville. We'll also roll out the Honky Tonk Texas Fabulous Flashback. And Paul Thorne takes a seat in the Big King chair for In the Royal Spotlight. Next up, more of our exclusive with country superstar Cody Johnson, Before the Fame.
You're cruising in the King's Caddy.
King of the Road.
King of the Road Productions does top quality 3-camera high definition concert shoots. If you've got an area band, what are you waiting for? Hire us and we'll meet you at the venue of your choice to tape up to an hour of your group's live performance with 3 Canon HD cameras and an audio hookup through the soundboard. You'll have access to all the exclusive footage and permission to use it for promotional purposes. As an added bonus, your band will be featured on the King of the Road Show HD. For more information, call 409-748-9689 or email Jim at jimkingoftheroad.com.